We stand here now, you and I, an endless connection across the corridors of time. The world spins on, yet our bond endures, steadfast in the face of centuries that have come and gone in the vastness of existence. Where each moment carries with it 1,000 histories, we are the constant, the unwavering force that time cannot shake. Through the ages, we have crossed paths, both drawn and repelled by forces unseen, yet always destined to meet again. In another life, we may have shared a different name, a different face, but our souls unmistakably have always known each other. Through every turn of the earth, through every shift in the cosmic dance, there has been this unspoken pull, a force that surpasses understanding. What we are is not bound to any single form, nor limited by the confines of any one lifetime. It is as though we are both a part of the grand cosmic tapestry, threads woven into existence long before we first met, and yet every meeting feels like the first. This journey, though stretched across time's infinite plane, feels infinitely familiar, as if we've always been here together, waiting for the moment when our souls would reunite once more. I remember, though it may not have been in this life, the first time we met. It was not the way we would expect, nor what others might imagine love to be. It was not the easy kind, nor was it instant. The first encounter was a fleeting glance in the shadow of a faraway memory, yet that spark of recognition could not be extinguished nor ignored. Time passed, and with it we grew in ways we could never have anticipated. Yet that ember, that small distant light, continued to glow, quietly but steadily. We met again, in another life, perhaps on another continent, or perhaps on another world entirely, and still the recognition lingered, buried beneath layers of time. Memories faded, but the essence of our connection remained. We learned then that love is not always immediate. Sometimes it takes 1,000 lifetimes, 1,000 opportunities to grow, to transform, before it can be truly understood. Our love did not emerge in a burst of light, but unfolded like the petals of a flower, slowly, with patience, nurtured by the passage of time itself. And each time we crossed paths, each life we lived, we grew closer, understanding more of each other, until finally the realization came: what we were meant to be was not just lovers, but something more profound. Through the shifting sands of time, I have seen us in many forms, sometimes rulers, sometimes wanderers, sometimes artists, sometimes soldiers. Each role was different, yet our hearts beat the same rhythm in every life. We have walked together through times of war, through peace, through devastation, and through joy. We have seen the rise and fall of empires, the birth and death of civilizations, and yet we have remained unfazed by the changes that have swept across the ages. In one life, we might have stood on the shores of a great kingdom, our hands clasped, as we watched the sunset over a vast ocean. In another, we may have shared a quiet moment in the midst of the chaos of battle, finding solace in each other's presence, despite the destruction around us. These moments, fleeting as they may have been, carry the weight of eternity. For each time we met, there was a piece of us that remained with the other, an imprint, a memory, a truth that could never be erased. Even if the world around us crumbled, we knew that we had each other. And though the faces may have changed, the love never did. Our connection is not bound by the physical world, not tethered to any one lifetime, but it transcends the boundaries of time itself. There were times when we drifted apart, as life often demands. Our paths diverged, and we found ourselves in different places, living separate lives. Perhaps we forgot for a while, or perhaps the world simply grew too loud, too demanding to hear the quiet call of our hearts. Yet no matter how far we went, no matter how deep into the whirlwinds of life we were swept, there was always something that would pull us back together. It was as if we were two halves of the same whole, destined to return to each other, even if the journey took us through countless lifetimes. The memory of you was a whisper in my soul, a feeling that could never be fully explained, but that was always there. It was as though the very essence of who you are and who I am could not remain separate for long. Like a magnet, our souls were drawn to one another, a force that was beyond reason, beyond explanation. And though the world might have tried to separate us, to make us forget, we always found our way back. Our love, born in the deep recesses of time, was the kind that could never be broken, never be torn apart, no matter how many centuries passed. And each time we found each other, we were different, yet somehow the same. We were both the product of all the lives we had lived, and yet in every reunion we became something even more profound. Through the course of our many lives, I have come to understand that our love is not the stuff of fairy tales, not the kind of love that only exists in fleeting moments of bliss. It is something far more enduring, more eternal. It is the love that is woven into the very fabric of time, present in the quiet moments of understanding, in the shared glances that speak volumes, in the moments when words are not needed because the connection between us is so deep, so profound, that silence is enough. This love is not easy. It is not something that comes without its challenges, but it is worth every trial, every hardship, for the depth of our bond is forged in the fires of time itself. And through every lifetime, I have come to know that no matter the form we take, no matter the world we inhabit, we will always find each other. We are both the sum of all the moments that came before and the promise of all the moments that are yet to come. There is something beautiful in that, the idea that we, who have been separated by time and space, will always come back together, that the force that draws us to each other will never cease to exist. It is a reminder that love in its truest form is not bound by time or circumstance. It is a force that endures beyond all things. And so we continue, you and I, through the passage of time. We may not always see it, but our connection is there, stretching across the vast expanse of existence, holding us together even in moments of separation. Every life, every form we take is a chance for us to grow, to learn, to become even more connected, even more attuned to each other's hearts. The world may change, the faces may change, but our souls remain the same, entwined in a dance that never ends. Every moment spent apart is but a brief pause in the grand symphony of our love, a moment to grow, to reflect, and to prepare for the next chapter of our journey together. Time may try to pull us in different directions, to make us forget, to make us question, but in the end, it is time that bends to us. We are not just two people who happen to meet in one lifetime. We are timeless souls bound together by a love that transcends everything else. Through time, through space, through all the changes that come, you and I will remain. We are more than the sum of our parts. We are eternal, forever connected, forever bound. In this life, we stand at the threshold once again, looking ahead, knowing that we have walked this path before and will continue to do so for as long as time will allow. The world around us may change, may shift, may grow unrecognizable, but one thing remains constant: our love. It is the thread that ties us together, the thread that weaves through the fabric of every life we have shared and will share in the future. It is a force that cannot be destroyed, a force that only grows stronger with each passing moment, with each passing lifetime. Through time's endless flow, through every joy, every sorrow, every triumph, every defeat, we have learned that love is not something that is found, it is something that is created, something that is built, something that endures. It is a legacy, a bond that stretches across eternity, never to be broken. And so, we walk forward, hand in hand, knowing that the journey we share is timeless and that no matter where life may take us, we will always have each other. Through time, through space, through every trial, through every joy, you and I will remain, forever bound, forever together.